And welcome in to another episode of Off Script. My name is Zak Herbstreit. And Miami fans, I'll admit it, I was wrong about Darian Mensah. But before we get into it today, if you enjoy college football, if you enjoyed the channel, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel as well. It really helps me out a lot, so I appreciate you guys. But let's get into it today. For context out there, for people already knowing what I was wrong about, so congratulations if you already know, but for Miami fans that are just now watching this video, for context, I went on JD Pikel's show, shout out JD in the Heart Count, and we basically were just given hot takes, bold takes on this upcoming 2026 college football season. And one of those bold takes that I had was I just wasn't sold on Darian Mensah. Something about him I just wasn't sold on. And we'll play the clip real quick. Play the clip.
Last take, and let's go ahead and just switch the camera here. Are we good?
I love that.
Here we go.
Gosh.
This is going to ruffle some feathers. I know a lot of Miami fans out there are really, really excited about this, but in my opinion here, Darian Mensah, I'm just not sold on him yet. I'm not sold on Darian Mensah, and here's why. He was phenomenal at Duke. You know, you play really well against Elon, and you play really well against, these mid-tier ACC teams, and, credit to him, his numbers are phenomenal.
Yeah.
And, he played well in the ACC championship, beat Virginia.
Yep.
Great season. But my thing is when you have a quarterback like Carson Beck, who was, veteran guy, played at Georgia, played against these SEC teams, Big Ten teams, knows what to expect. Darian Mensah hasn't really gone through that. He hasn't really played. He played Illinois, and got blown out by Illinois.
That's true.
But and he still played well. But it's a team sport. It's an individual sport. So
not well enough.
I just don't think I'm not seeing. I just want to see. I want to see him go against these big teams.
Yeah.
Big Ten, SEC. I just don't see him doing well right now. I just need to see a little bit more of him in the Miami offense. I'm not saying he's not a good player, but I'm just saying he's just inexperienced right now. That's all I'm saying.
So after watching that clip, not only am I wearing probably the same exact shirt that I was wearing then, but I think just the overall concern is I just didn't know how he would play against higher tier competition, which I felt like was a valid, that's a valid take. And then I watched the spring game highlights, which you go against a competition that was just in the national championship last year, had made an incredible playoff run, smoked A&M, smoked Ohio State, went through Ole Miss too, and then go to Indiana and gave them an incredible game. So that's good enough competition for me. And then I see what Darian Mensah does against this high-caliber defense. I know it's spring, so, take it with a grain of salt, but seeing what he did, I was like, oops, that's on me. Hey, I didn't recognize your game. That's on me. Mensah seemed to be the highlight of the scrimmage. He threw 3 touchdown passes, one to Barcade, who is his former teammate at Duke. So seeing them together on this team, still a nice little tandem there. Plus you have Malachi Toney, all these freaks in the receiver room, which seems to be an extreme strong suit for this Miami team and only will continue to be throughout the season. So we're excited for this. But the thing that impressed me about Mensah in this scrimmage was the poise in the pocket. It looked very similar to that Cam Ward-esque poise. It's that comfortability, that calm and collective. That's what I saw when I was watching these highlights. I'm like, that really looks like Cam Ward, does it not? But he just really looked comfortable to me. He was making the right decisions. He never frantically threw the ball. He never was, getting anxious or worried in the pocket. He looked very calm and was just making the right decisions. He was throwing the check down when 1, 2, or 3 wasn't there. He just, all right, hey, I got my guy in the flat. Let's just hit him. So making plays, and that just comes with, it's just a veteran guy. He has reps under his belt. He knows where to go with the ball, learning the offense better and better, developing as a quarterback. It's great to see. But a big thing for him this offseason, and this was from his presser, which I got to say, incredibly well-spoken guy here, but his big things, his focus for him was learning the offense and leading by example. And I think in the scrimmage he showed both of that. He showed that he learned the offense he was completing balls left and right, threw 3 touchdowns. I mean, took really command of the huddle, of the offense as a whole, and then leading by example by coming in as a new quarterback, new transfer, new state, new team, all this stuff, and going in and showing out like that, and showing out and being like, hey, guys, I'm not actually verbally saying it, but basically showcasing your abilities and being like, hey, I'm basically the guy that's going to lead this team to a national championship. That's how you lead by example, by showcasing your abilities and continuously doing that, being persistent. That's what probably the biggest thing for him is going to be throughout the fall. But at the end of the day, I do think there's still improvements that need to be made. And the thing that stood out to me in the scrimmage was just accuracy on deep balls. And I don't think that's like an end-all, be-all thing that needs to be improved right now. But that'll come with reps with his receivers, just knowing who's faster, who's slower, what kind of routes they actually run. And again, just I'm being a little nitpicky there, but that was just one thing I saw. But overall, I was really impressed with his performance, how he played, and just in general, the development he's shown at Miami so far. So I think he has the ability to be one of the better quarterbacks in all the country when it's all said and done by the end of this season. Maybe a little Heisman finalist thrown in there too. But Miami fans, I want to know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on the spring game, the spring scrimmage, Darian Mensah's performance overall? I'd love to hear from you guys. But like I said, my name's Zak Herbstreit. This is Off Script. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'll see you guys soon.